Hello and welcome to an extra long start to a reading vlog. And if you saw my last reading vlog, you will see that I got sick towards the end of it. And so the next week I was still sick and I haven't really filmed anything. And today is pretty much the last day of the week. So I don't have content enough for a full-length reading vlog. So I'm just going to combine today with the next week and we're just gonna work with it. But yeah, I am not sick anymore. I do still have like a lingering cough, but I am fine. But yeah, I definitely have not been reading anything really. I haven't been vlogging anything. So yeah, I did finish one book, and that is The 7 Necessary Sins for Women and Girls, which I gave 4 stars. This is not a book that I owned, so it doesn't really go with my whole reading down my TBR thing that I have going on, but it is for my Feminist Reads project, so yeah. Also, it was a good one, so I'm glad that I got to read it. But for this week, starting off, I'm still reading Jane Eyre. I haven't made any progress in it, really. I also started listening to the audiobook of XOXO, which is really great. I'm about 20% into it, and it is a sports romance about these 2 guys who met when they were younger because they both had cancer, and now they are in college. One does football, one does dance, and they're sort of reuniting and obviously fall in love. But it's a really cute romance so far. So I am enjoying listening to that one, and I do have a copy of this through Libro FM, so it is one that I do own. And then I did start The Striker, which is a book that I bought in my last reading vlog at the bookstore that I went to, and I am loving this one as well. But it's another sports romance with a soccer player who has to train with a former ballerina, and she's actually his rival teammate's sister, and they end up having this like sort of forbidden romance, I guess, but it is really cute, really fun. I'm reading it super fast. I was really shocked that this is like a 600-page romance, but I am flying through it. I'm about 200 pages into this one so far, so yeah, I'm making great progress through that one. But that is kind of how everything's going so far. I will give you my numbers just because I feel like it's been a little while since I've like given the full numbers of what my TBR is currently at. So currently it's at a total of 335 books, and breaking that down, that's 118 ebooks, 113 audiobooks, and 104 physical books, which, I mean, it's still so much, but I am making like decent progress. I am down for everything pretty much since the beginning of the year. The only thing that I am not down on is the ebooks. I'm actually up by 1. I did get my most anticipated release of the entire year, which is Well Actually by Mazey Eddings, and I got this one. The publisher sent me the ebook, a copy of it. So yeah, I am super excited to get to this one. Again, this is my all-time favorite author. I've given every book by her 5 stars, and I'm so excited to read this one. But yeah, ebooks definitely are not something that I tend to pick up often, but I do always somehow accumulate them. So I do have quite a bit of those still to get through. And yeah, I do think for February, I'm going to try and focus mainly on reading down my ebooks. But yeah, that is sort of where we're at, my plans. Yeah, I just want to sort of end off January on like a high note, make a lot of progress on things. Since I've been sick and I haven't really read too much or like made much progress on my TBR, I definitely want to try and end the month off very strong. So we shall see how that goes, but I just wanted to start this vlog off. And yeah, we will see how it all goes. Bye. Oh, also, I did get my nails done today, and I got this like milky white color with like these pink flecks in them for Valentine's Day. I thought it was like very cute, very simple, and yeah, I just wanted to throw that in there. So yeah, bye. Hello, I'm here with an update, and that is that I have finished The Striker, and I have some conflicting feelings about this book. I ended up giving it 4 stars, and that is just because, like, I loved it a lot. I thought it was so cute. I loved the relationship. There were some parts that made me laugh. There were some parts that almost made me cry. I didn't actually cry, but they almost got me. However, this book is, my copy at least, is 577 pages, and there is no reason that this book needed to be almost 600 pages. Like, no matter how much I enjoyed it, I do not think that a romance needs to be 600 pages. There was just no reason. There were like 2 different like conflicts that happened in this book. Like, usually in a romance book, there's like the one like big like 3rd act conflict, and this one had 2. So I just think that was really interesting. A little, I guess, not unnecessary, because like the book was good. It still flowed really good. It was just a lot. But yeah, I did really enjoy the book. It was just really long, and yeah, that was kind of my feelings on that. I will probably pick up book 2 that comes out. I want to say when I looked, it was October of 2025 that it comes out, but I'm excited about that one just because I'm interested to like see who that book is going to be following. I have like 2 guesses, but we shall see. And I made it about 60% into XOXO. I'm still really enjoying this one. And I will definitely be able to finish the audiobook of this one at my work today. So yeah, that's kind of that. And then I think the next audiobook that I will pick up, because I only have like an hour and a half left of XOXO, so I have like another one that I downloaded. I can't remember the name, but it is a sapphic mafia romance, so I'm probably going to read that one at work after I finish XOXO. But yeah, I will have that cover on the screen, but those are kind of my plans, and yeah, I will update you when I have finished something else. Hello and welcome to another little update. So yesterday at work, I did finish XOXO and I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars, and yeah, it was just a really cute like college sports romance. It's about these 2 guys who knew each other when they were younger because they both had cancer, and now they are in college and they are reconnecting. They end up falling in love. It's very cute. There's a lot of discussion, obviously, around cancer and sort of their anxiety around getting cancer again. And it was just a really well done book. I really enjoyed it. The audiobook was really great, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. And then I did start the sapphic mafia romance book. I forgot the name of it again, but I'll have the cover on the screen. And this one I'm about 40% into, and it's following one woman who's in the mafia and the other who is trying to sort of infiltrate into like her inner circle and sort of take her down, and it's really fun. I don't know how I really feel about it. Like, I'm sitting at like a 3 star. Like, it's good, but it's not sort of anything special so far, I guess. But yeah, I will probably finish that one sometime soon. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, but yeah. Tomorrow I am going to a car show, so that will be fun. But yeah, that is it for this little update, and I will see you for the next one. Hello and welcome to the end of the vlog. So from when I last updated, I said I was going to a car show. I did go to it. You probably saw like a little montage clip of it. And yeah, that's kind of all that happened. I ended up getting really sunburnt, so hopefully you can't really see that my face is starting to peel. But that was a very fun day. I did not read anything that day, I don't think. But I have started like a whole bunch of books. I think since that last clip, I started 3 new books. I don't know why. I'm kind of all over the place in my reading right now. I don't really know what I'm in the mood to read, but like I'm in the mood to read something. So yeah, we'll get to all that, but I definitely like fell off with a couple of those days of filming clips, but that's okay. A lot of things were happening besides the fact that I got sunburnt and stuff, but I found out that I would be moving stores. So my manager, my old manager went to a different store, and I'm going to be transferring over to that store as well, which is going to be a bit of a change. Yeah, mainly because it's like 30 minutes further than my current job, or not 30, it's like 15 minutes further, I think, but it's like 30 minutes from my house. So that is going to be a big change, especially because I mainly work mornings. So it's going to be some very early mornings, but I will probably get to listen to more of my audiobook on the drive, so that's something, I guess. But that's happening later in February, but that will be a change, and I was sort of figuring all that stuff out at the end of this week. But yeah, a lot of stuff happening, so yeah. Let's just talk about the books that I did manage to read this week. So I read The Striker, which I gave 4 stars. This was a very cute, fun sports romance. Highly recommend this one. I also read XOXO, which is another sports romance that I gave 4 stars. Again, this one was really fun. I really enjoyed listening to the audiobook, so I would recommend maybe trying it that way. And then I read An Exclusive Game, which I gave 3 stars, which I'm not sure if I ever talked about. Maybe I mentioned that I was starting it, I'm not too sure, but this is a sapphic mafia romance. This was fun. It didn't really blow me away or like do anything super memorable, but for the story that it was and how quick it was, I really enjoyed it. But yeah, it didn't blow me away, so a solid 3-star read. So those were the 3 books that I finished. However, I am currently reading 4 books, so let's go ahead and talk about those. Firstly, I am still making my way through Jane Eyre, and when I say making my way, I mean I'm only on chapter 3. I have barely made any progress into this book. When I sit down and read it, like, it's good, it's fine, it's an enjoyable read. It's just not what I'm necessarily in the mood to be reading, but yeah, I'm slowly making my way through this one. And then I started Beyond Policing, and I'm about 35% of the way through this one. This is a nonfiction book that I'm really enjoying. I am tabbing it. Yeah, this one is really great. The tagline says, "What better way to make the case for a police-free world than to show a world where it's possible?" And the beginning of this book is all about the history of the police, how the police came to be, how they've transformed throughout the years. And then after that part, it sort of starts going into different police reforms that have happened throughout the years, different police protests, things like that. It's very interesting, and I'm really enjoying reading this one. And I will definitely be finishing this one next week. This one I am really enjoying reading. Onyx Storm also released this week. I think it was this week. I believe it was this week. And obviously I had to get a copy, and I didn't want to spend money on it, and I had a few Libro FM credits, which technically, yes, I spent money on. However, I have had my membership paused for quite a while now because I had so many credits that I wasn't using. So these credits have just been sitting there, and I decided to use one to get the audiobook, and I am 28% through this one. It is a very long audiobook. It's a very long book, but I'm really enjoying it. There are some parts that I kind of am side-eyeing about this book, but I won't get into that here. But I have about 9 hours left of the audiobook, so I should be able to finish that next week as well. But yeah, I am a big fan of the series, so I'm really enjoying listening to this one. And yeah, I also started reading Well Actually, which is a book that was sent to me by the publisher. I have the ebook of it. I'm on their like publishing list where I think it's every month or like every season, they like email you like a bunch of the titles that you can get like as a read now on NetGalley for people like on the list. And this was one of the books, and I don't really use NetGalley anymore, so really this was, I'm just saying it was sent to me by the publisher. But either way, I love every book by Mazey Eddings. I give every single one 5 stars, and this is their newest release. I believe it comes out in August, but I'm about 10% through this one, and I'm loving it. It is so great. It's immaculate. Already, like, I am laughing and I'm so invested in the story. This book follows our main character who went to school to be a journalist, and she thought after school she would be in like a really like prestigious sort of journalistic job doing like hard-hitting stories, but instead she is doing like a video series where she eats hot dogs and she talks to like mid-level celebrities and like asks them like gossipy questions, and she ends up accidentally going viral on like TikTok, I believe, where she is critiquing one of her exes from college, and he is sort of like a bit of a celebrity himself, so it gains a lot of traction, and that is kind of the beginning of the book. But it is so much fun so far, and I just cannot wait to finish this book, see what all happened, see their relationship, because it is a second chance romance, so I'm really excited for that one. Yes, I will definitely be finishing that one very soon. So on to sort of some numbers. This week was the first week of February, and I mentioned in one of my previous vlogs that the first week of every month is probably when I'll be acquiring the most books, just because that is when Libro FM has like all the books that you can choose from to read if you're part of their like influencer review program that they have. And so yeah, I did grab a couple of those books, and yeah. So some numbers about the books I acquired. The one, Well Actually, is the one that I got from the publisher. Then I got Onyx Storm, which I technically used Libro FM credit. And then I got 4 from the Libro FM influencer review program. So 6 books that I got. Now let's see where that leaves me off in my little tally of the total number of books on my TBR. I'm definitely not making much progress, but let's talk about those numbers. So ending this week off, I have a total number of 337 books on my TBR, which is down 4 from the beginning of the year, which I mean is some progress, not a lot. I have been reading a lot. I'm just still not making much progress, but at least those numbers are down. So let's break that down. With ebooks, I have 118, which is up by 1 from the beginning of the year. Audiobooks, I'm at 116, which is down by 2. And physical books, I'm at 103, which is down by 3 from the beginning of the year. So some progress is being made, not a lot. Now that the first week of the month is over, I'm hoping I can really make a dent in those numbers, especially since I've started a lot of books. I feel like next week I will be able to finish a lot of them. Hopefully, that is the goal. As far as plans go, I don't have any for next week, really. My only hope, or like a video that I have like planned in my head to do, is to do like try a chapter of a bunch of my ebooks. I've said it before that a lot of these ebooks I've had for like over 5 years. A lot are ones that I'm not necessarily interested in anymore, or I don't think I will necessarily vibe with them the same way I would have 5 years ago. So I do want to go through a bunch of those ebooks, try a chapter of them, and see if they're ones that I want to keep on my TBR or just go ahead and DNF them. But that is a video idea I have hopes to do sometime in February. So yeah, that's kind of the only plans that I necessarily have. But that is it for the end of this vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, comment whatever you feel like commenting, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!